All right. Let's get going. So we're going to try and get gold and quartz today. So let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna go Ross, and then we'll go from here. So first thing first is to crush the gravel and then crush sand. All right. Just gonna have to move. See. I can just do it 4. Let's see. I need shafts here. All right. So going to need to go and make a bunch of IOs. That's 1 IO. 2, 3, 4. 4. 4. And a stack might be enough. Yeah. Saves me room for power stuff. Need to get smart shoots. I'm gonna need more. So 2, 3. Just one set should be enough. Actually, I'm gonna need 2 sets because I'm gonna need them bottom and top. And then it's 4 of these and 4 of these. Gotta make more. I forgot about that. Gotta double it. Alright. Then we need to go back and make crushing wheels. I just remembered that. In between episodes, I did do some filling of making various things, gearboxes, all that stuff. So, let's see. This, that, and... I don't know if we can use tough or not. We just used a cobble deep slate. I have to move that because that's in the wrong spot. Cobble deep slate and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, apparently cobble deep slate doesn't work. We'll just use regular deep slate then. And again, I do it wrong. Uh, 2, 4, 6. I need 8 of them in total. It should be 4, yeah. A stack of andesite alloy should be enough to get me 4 of them. All right. So, let's bring this back out. Nope. Forgot about that. Don't want to do that yet. I'm gonna have to do that so I can do this. That. then. It's too high. Let me go look at something real quick. Sure, great. Not what I was trying to do. He came out of nowhere. Okay, they're spinning different directions. Okay. I don't need this. For right now, I'm just going to do this and this. Let me get this out of my inventory. Okay, so when this stuff comes out of here, there's going to be 3 items. Okay, what I'm going to want is this and another IO deal. So place this here. And then I needed to get another IO. Actually, I can shorten this, bring this here. Actually, I don't know if I can shorten it, because I think this will be interfere. So actually, it probably does need to be that long. Okay, I need to go get another IO. Don't need any of that. This is going to have to change. Or I can come over the top with it, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'll come over with the top with it. Okay, and then do I have any in here? No. So I will need one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these. Place this here. Okay. So I'll need to go get the stuff to. So we need sand, flint, clay. I'll need one of each. Clay, flint, and sand. Upstairs. I need 3 things. 4 things, actually, but the 4th one can be later. So, I'm gonna need doors. They need to hold the things. I'm gonna need a key. And then, even my locker as well. I'm gonna lock it. I'm going to void the flint. I'm going to void the sand, and I'm going to void the clay. I don't think I need to hold on to it. This is just to make other things. Okay. Then the next thing I need to do is I need to set up a way to turn more cobble into gravel and do that up here. So, how do I want to do that? Do this, and I'm just gonna do this. It's connected to the system, so it doesn't matter. Okay. And then here, do I want to do it here? Actually, I'm going to move this again. That out of the way. Bring this over here. Do that there. Do this real quick. Okay. So yes, I do have to fix that. That's okay. Because what I need to do now... Well, not that, but sure. Okay. Something. The gravel there. The key. So what I need to do now is give me the trim. Go up like this. Go over 2. That. Then here and here. Here and here. I'll remove those in just a minute. We got to go make another set of crushing wheels to make the deal. Okay, so a couple of things we got to make here. Got to do crushing wheels. We got to do another in-out. Okay, so crushing wheels is going to need 16. That in the wrong spot. I can fix it in just 1 second. This. Deep slate. Too many, but that's okay. Okay. I need to make another one. I need 2 of them. Alright, forgot to make the redstone first. I'll make the chutes over there. Too high. I need this actually to go 1 higher, don't I? Apparently I took out the ceiling at some point. I don't remember taking out the ceiling. I don't even have this piece for it in here. That's weird. I've noticed that once before, that my ceiling seems to have disappeared. The piece was right next to it, but I hadn't been up there to break it, so I don't know where it came from. Okay, so there's that there. And then I need to do this. This. That's too high, actually. Because I need to do... Let me make the chutes real quick, because that's what's throwing me off. I need the chutes. So give me 2 of these, 2 of those, 2 of those, and 2 chutes. Okay. I'm gonna need to, I think I just messed up my system downstairs and as well, now that I think about it. Yeah, I did. I seriously did. One of these is going to be blocked up because the clay's gone. It took out the clay for some reason. I forgot to mark them as taking out, so, okay. So one of those is going to be blocked. I'm going to have to fix that in between episodes. Because it took out the clay. That's why the clay's gone. I didn't figure out where the clay had went, and then I remembered. Okay, so there's that. I need a lever. Like, seriously need a lever on this. So, do this, that. Okay, and then shoot here. just taking things in. Okay, I need my, need to set this as that only. Set that to only 64. Okay, and then I need to set the wheels up. And now I need to get power over to them. Does this let me place this here? It does, okay. So basically, without those stairs, I can just do this. So do that. I need it to let me go left and right. Okay. And then we gearbox. Actually, I guess I can just do that, because that'll let me come straight across for that one. Then I can gearbox this one, come off, gearbox it, and do that one and that one, do that one, that one. And now I need to hook this one up to the system, and the easiest way to do that is to do that there. And then if I turn this on, that should start making me gravel, right? Yes. Okay. I want to watch the cobblestone to see what the numbers will go. Numbers don't go down much. Okay. So we're still fine there. So gravel is coming through our system. So yeah, I got to figure out which one of these is going to be blocked up, because one of them's going to be blocked up from the clay. So yeah, I got to figure out which one it is and stuff like that. Right now, I need to do this, but I'm going to have to lock this. Well, actually, I don't really need to. So what I can do is this. This is a whole lot easier. Just keep the system without anything in it. And then I can do the chutes underneath it. Like so. And it ain't going to let anything through because it's not hooked to anything. Then I can go filter them for gravel only. I thought I had this set up to be voided, but there we go. Okay, so now things are voided correctly. All right, and all that's left to do is go down there and turn on the system, which is just hooking the oak trim back up. Because everything is set up correctly. IO's taking out only gravel with the smart filters. I can actually set the number to 64 instead of any. You got to make sure the white deal is showing, otherwise you can't change it. And then that'll spit out gravel, which gets crushed down into these smart chutes, which goes onto this belt, which is going into this thing, which will go into the system. So I just need to hook the system up from this direction, and then everything should work as soon as I get the crushing wheels hooked up. So let's see. I'm going to have to add 2 gearboxes here. And the reason why is I need a gearbox going that direction for that, but I'm going to have to gearbox it again for the belt to continue going the correct direction. So we put this here, those start spinning that direction. And then if we come over, how many gearboxes is on the system? I want to say 4. So if I do a 3 gearbox system, so if I hit a gearbox here going up, hit another gearbox here going this way, and then I think I have to have another gearbox, and that's counted as, well, no, that should be counted as 3 with that one there. Oh, right. I gotta add that one as well. Now the thing of it is it spinning the correct direction? And it looks like it is because it's all going into the system. Cool. So we're getting clay, we're getting this, we're getting this. Okay, next system. So what I'm doing is kind of like a modular system. Everything is feeding back into the storage, and then everything comes out of storage back in it. So basically right now I can build another whole system right here for the next piece, which after we are making the sand, the flint, and the clay, our next piece is smashing the clay into stuff, and then putting and then firing it up, and then crushing it to get red sand. We're just going to do 2 systems. We're just going to do the terracotta system next episode. So, yeah. So we're going to be doing mechanical presses, and we're going to be making the deal. I need to figure out how we're going to limit the system. Maybe. It depends. Let's go test something real quick. I have a mechanical press with a basin, I think, somewhere in my base that I can test this with. Yeah, right there. I could test this with that right there, I think. Do I have any other mechanical presses with a basin? I don't think so. I think that's actually my only one. And that made my iron earlier. So if I remove that deal, I just throw that into the system. What if I took... I just want to grab a stack of clay, throw it off in there, and see what happens. I want to see if it compresses it into clay balls without me having to do anything. I don't have to limit the system. I don't know where they... Oh, I know where they went. Hold on just a second. I'll have to fix that. Yeah, they're in here. And maybe that clay ball didn't go down into the system because I have a clay ball there. I can't say for sure, though. Okay. I have to do it from here, I think. It's making clay. Okay, and if I just... I can just take it out manually. All right, so I don't have to limit the system, which is what I wanted. I could just crush it back to get 4 if I wanted to. Okay. So if I just put this... well, I can't really do that. I don't have a manual system there. But what I can do is I can just throw it into my smelting deal here. Just do this. Turn it into terracotta. And basically that's our system right there. That's our next system right there, is just doing what I just did, but as a complete total deal together. So, our next system, next episode, is going to be the terracotta part of the system. We might go ahead and do the other next part of the system as well if I have enough time, which is crushing it down into sand. So we basically just need another system like this. I don't know how quickly we're getting the clay. I don't know. Yeah, we're not getting it that quickly, it looks like, because it is only a chance to get the clay. If we look at gravel, use, crush, it's only a 5% chance. That's not even going to be our goal chance. So we don't want to go too quickly with this. We can't, like, go quick. We can't, like, make multiple things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and build a modular system where I can expand it if I wish to. I'm just going to have, and probably right here next to it, maybe one away. So I put it like right here. I'm going to have a belt going along that's taking out of the system, and it goes along into a basin, which will have a brass belt funnel on it, which will put it into the basin. The basin will be marked to... well, the basin shouldn't need to be marked. I'm trying to think. I might actually do 2 belts. I'm trying to figure out how to build it modular so I can expand it as I need it, if I need to. Because if... yeah, I don't know how to expand it modularly. I'm going to have to think about it. Because I can't just have a single belt going, because it'll stop at the first basin and not be done. I wonder if I could do that. I thought of a way to do it modularly, and we're going to test it out together. We're going to do it on the whole thing to see if it works. If it doesn't work, I'll have to just do individual single systems, but I'm going to try and do it modularly, and I think I figured out a way to do it. Basically, I'm going to do it here. Not that far back. Actually, I'm going to probably place it here. And I can just connect this over here, and that'll make it go the correct way. If I just do this here, I'm going to put a belt down so you can visualize it. So basically, I do this here. What I'm going to do, this is not going to allow me to put one here, but in, I got 3 sections of belts I can do this on. I'm going to place, let me have my andesite casing, and let's make this a little bit pretty. Let's say, like that. Okay. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to set andesite casings here. I think I'm going to do it on that side. I'm not sure. I might do it on this side, but for right now, this is what it's going to look like. And also I can just set it up so you can see real quick. I'm going to need one anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and just make a basin real quick. So I need 5. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the basin over here on that. And then I'm going to have a, do I have them in here? Yes. Have brass funnels here. And, that's not going to work, is it? Now that I think about it, I don't think it's possible for these to... I mean, I guess I could check real quick. I don't think that's going to work, though. No, it just went straight through the system. Yeah, it didn't go into it. So, yeah, I'm going to have to do it a little bit different. But the thought is using brass funnels to split off and make them go into the deal. I'm going to have to figure out how to do that. To force it to go that direction. Or force it to go off the belt. I don't think I can just use this. No, that's not what I want to do at all. I want it to go that way. And what if I force you to accept the oak trim? Does that make it go in there? Okay, that works. Okay, shit. I didn't think that would work. I didn't think that would work. So I actually don't need the brass funnels. I don't think I can place them anyway. Yeah, I can't place them anyway. I didn't mean to break the belt. Where's my belt at? So what I was trying to do is I was trying to do this, that, because I've noticed that it's giving me casing when I do this, so I don't actually have to go into my bag and get a casing. So basically if I just do this, I get casing without having to put casing on it. Okay. But yeah, so basically this is the system here then. But yeah, it's not going to fit here. I mean, I guess it can. If I put a deal here and that's kind of interfering there. But it should be fine. I should still be able to connect that to here. Maybe I can't. I'm missing something and I'm not sure what. I think I accidentally clicked this thing. I want to click this thing. Place it here, but it's not letting me. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, I got it that way, going that way with it for some reason. That made it work. Yeah, how do I clear this? How do I clear this thing? I don't understand how to clear the belt. Okay, I shift-clicked it. I think, yeah, that worked. Okay. Shift-clicking it seems to work into the air. Okay. So that allowed that. That'll go in. So that goes in. This should come out. But somehow I need it to only let out clay balls. I mean, clay itself. I'm going to have to fiddle with the system. Because if I put... Let's try this again. If I put this here, and I throw that, it goes in there. But did it automatically... No, it didn't. Okay. So it didn't automatically go out the system. That's interesting. I wonder how that's supposed to work. Maybe it'll go out the system if I do something to it. I'm not sure. I mean, I could just... I don't know. I can try. So I need one of these, this, and this, and not that. I need that. I need to make another, another funnel. Can I fit this here? I can, okay. And that'll let it go out. Okay. And then I need to filter this, though. So I'm going to have to stop the system here. So I need to take that off, that, and that. And then I'm going to need to take these off. I'm going to have to unhook this system here. Okay. And that allows no more to come out. So if I come up here and right-click these with an empty hand, nothing in there, nothing in there. Okay. So if I take those out, to remove this system here. Oh. Trying to go around. And then I should be able to access this to filter it to where it only lets out the clay balls. I mean, the clay blocks. So basically, this is my system here. and I can have up to 4 of them. I'm only going to do 1 right now. But yeah, so this is my system here. Also, I need to get that gravel off. I'm having no idea where this gravel is coming from. I guess it was all just off in there already or something. Just going to throw it up in here. Doesn't matter if it's full or not, because we're not keeping it. Okay. So this is the way the system is going to work. Let me go over this for you. Let's go over the first part of the system. Gravel is made upstairs from cobblestone for the rest of the system. I wanted a dedicated gravel output down here for this iron, but the rest of the system can just use what's in the system already until I need to expand. Then we have it all travel here. It goes through these in-out ports, all the gravel, in through these smart chutes, gets crushed, and goes down into these smart chutes and goes through and goes back into the in-out system. And that gives us clay, that gives us sand, that gives us flint. The sand really doesn't need it. Clay is what we're really after, and that turns this into flint. And the flint is useless to us right now. So once we have all that, we go to our next system here, which will have an in-out on this belt here. It will set out clay, and that clay will go into the system here. The clay will then be smashed with a mechanical press into the clay balls would be mashed in a mechanical press into a clay block, which goes down and back into the system. Then after that, we do the smelting it into terracotta system. Now, the problem I'm going to have right now is I'm going to have to shorten these belts and place blocks here until I need to expand, because if I don't, they will just go off into the ether. Once this is full, it will continue on. When we see that there is clay waiting here, we want to set up another system to where it is continuing on with the system. So as soon as we see clay waiting here, we expand the system to do another round of clay blocks. So, but this belt right here can actually stay going because we need it to come along anyway if we eventually expand the system. So I can just go here into an IO like that one. We shouldn't need to, I think these IOs connect to each other, so we shouldn't need any oak trims or anything to the system. I think they connect to each other. So that is the way this is going to work. So we'll be back next episode to continue finishing off the terracotta portion of the build. If we go and look at sand, eventually we're going to use the sand. As soon as I find, here it is. If I click use on it, we go to sand. A couple of things we can do is we can make it into sandstone if we wish. Mechanical Crafters does it as well. Make sandpaper, make various concrete powders. If we want to set up a concrete factory somewhere, but I don't think I'm going to. Smelting it leads us to glass. Haunting it leads us to soul sand. Washing it leads us to more clay. So we could set up a system where if we're desperate to get more clay for some reason, if we want to expand our system, we can take our sand and wash it to get clay, to get even more clay, which we turn into terracotta, which we turn into red sand, which we turn into gold. But for right now, we're just going to go, eventually the sand is just going to be soul sand, which you then crush, or if we want glowstone, we can crush it, or we could wash it to get more chances at gold and 12% chance of 4 nether quartz. So there's 2 different ways we can go with our sand. We can either make more clay if we want to go more into this system, or we could turn it into soul sand and get more chances to get some gold and some chance to get nether quartz. So, yeah. So our system will be here in just a little bit. So I will see y'all next time. Y'all have a nice time, whatever time it is in y'all's part of the world. Bye.